So, Fortune last week and Veale this week. Two guys that have made the headlines recently, but I really wanted to do this because I wanted Sean to actually connect with all our viewers and just for them to see what he's going through. How's it, China?
Hi, you, Mr. Joe. How are you?
Sean, how's it going? So Andrew decided to make a comeback and indirectly you sort of outdone him going
Yeah,
viral.
yeah,
Um,
100%.
Listen, not the best week you've had, but how are you coping?
I'm all right. I got obviously the moral support of my family and stuff, and I'm healthy. I'm strong. It was a mistake I made, sir, but I rise above it.
Listen, we all make mistakes, and if we don't make mistakes, we don't learn. Sean, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Obviously, we all can see that you're not riding some of the horses we thought you'd be riding. Um, from a brand perspective, I can imagine the conversation, whether you tell us or not. But I'm hoping that that door is not totally closed.
At the moment, it doesn't look like that door is totally closed, sir. So I'll just take it one day at a time and just
Oh,
see
that's it.
how it goes, sir.
Listen, Joe, by the way,
So,
O'Sheen's had troubles, Frankie's had troubles, so Andrew's had troubles, jockeys. I don't know. You also like magnets sometimes.
yeah,
How do you feel
100%.
though? How do you feel about this whole thing?
Listen, obviously, I'm disappointed in stuff. Because I've never done something like this. So it's a little bit disappointing, but the consequences I have to suffer. I lost a big retainer, with the main boss, but we'll rise above it, sir.
Yeah, listen. Let's hope that those retainer comes back because, um, well, obviously I know you. You've ridden a few horses for me in the past, and your connection with Mike DeHaast and I noticed when they signed you, I noticed a connection with those horses that for an operation that size, they needed somebody like you. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
100%. It was an opportunity of a lifetime.
yeah.
I still got to
Oh,
obviously just put my head down and just keep going. Like I said, my support from my family and some of my friends. I really got to see who's my friends at this time. And at the moment, like obviously I'm taking a day at a time, and I just got to keep my head down and just keep
and
going. So
are the rumors true that you don't have WhatsApp on your phone anymore?
I blocked it.
Listen, Sean, we can laugh about it because, in the grander scheme of things in the whole world, there's some serious issues in the world, right? Um,
Yes, I
and and you've taken your punishment like a man, and you obviously regret it, and you say you've learned from it. I'm so glad the door's still open with or partially open even. Um, and if all you've got to do is work hard to get back, that's not going to be difficult, huh?
no, not a guy like me, sir. I always put my head down there, and like I always say to my family, like what I'm doing is for them, and if I can give them a better life, like this
Yeah.
is a stepping stone again. I've been down before. I've lost everything. I've regained. I've lost it twice. I came back from that. This is was an opportunity to improve my career further. But the door isn't closed completely,
Uh,
so I just got to put my head down and just keep going.
okay. And tell me, what's worse, what happened, or the amount of stick you're getting from your colleagues in the weighing room?
You know what's like the boys are actually behind me.
Is
Like the
it?
support I've got from a couple of the guys are actually like warming. But a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
the jockeys are they quite for things like this. They obviously they know that I had a big job and all of that. But who to say tomorrow that same person who was feeling sorry for me is gonna take my job? you know?
And listen, I have to say, if I was a jockey, I'd have to like lose like about 100 something kilos, but I'd be ragging you for the next 2 or 3 weeks because that was like a really silly thing, you know, and the
Listen,
consequences are severe. But the punters
yeah,
out there, the punters, I know that there's a lot of talk on Facebook and all that, and you're always going to get that. But do you like, you haven't even denied it, right? You didn't even plead it. You just said it. It is what it
so
is. Sorry. Yeah,
made a mistake. I'm also human. Everybody makes mistake. And at the
absolutely.
same time, like obviously I'm very apologetic to the sponsors, to my family, to the people I ride for, you know, the owners and stuff. But like I told you, I'm hardworking. I put
You
my
are.
head down, I'll come back from this.
Yeah. That's a good frame of mind to be in. And you know, like I live in England, and I've seen, like I said, I've seen Frankie go through a terrible situation with some talcum powder in his boot, and O'Sheen Murphy go through a terrible situation, and you know,
Yes, sir.
the cream eventually rises to the top, and you know, we are all human. We all make mistakes.
100%, sir.
You know, and the same with Andrew, eh? We would rather have you in the game than not in the game. That's for sure. You know?
100%.
Tell me, where does this whole thing come from?
It's a thing I did when I think it was 2006. That is my signature move. So I put it's called the aerial. So some of my photos, when I have two winners, you'll see two fingers, sometimes three fingers. So it's just a
Okay,
signature move of mine, you know.
fair enough. Like you're saying,
It's like
just
yeah, like Usain Bolt and all of them, you know, who make a thing after they scored a goal or they won a race like that. So
yeah. So obviously with the hard work and that, you're going to carry on traveling.
carry on traveling, sir.
Whatever needs to happen, you're going to just carry on.
That's all, sir. That's
But
all.
your mental preparation, because I watched the thing the other day, and maybe you should watch this if you need to. But Roger Federer was talking about his career and how many titles he won.
Yes,
But
sir.
do you know how many points he lost in his career? 54% of the points or something. So he actually, dealing with adversity and dealing with this kind of thing, is important to accept it, acknowledge it, but like, you're not going to be able to move on unless you drop this. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. 100%. Like you know, there will always be one or two people in our game what will keep that against you. And like for me, if you forgive me, I won't make the same mistake twice, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And because like I said, I got a family, young family, and I work for them. And at the same time, like there's more, like you said, there's more worse things in the game
yeah,
and around the world. And I've accepted that that was my punishment for what I did, which was silly of me. But I I gotta. My motto is new. It's a thing my mother always told me. If you're down, you're not dead. If you
yeah,
can get up, you get up and you do what you need to do for your family. And that's what
yeah.
I'm doing at the moment. I'm a little bit down, but I always rise, sir. I always rise.
Sean, obviously social media has changed everything, but I want to tell you something. They used to say that today's newspaper is tomorrow's chip paper.
Yeah, I agree, sir.
It's a bit different now because people remember stuff that somebody said 20,000 years ago, and there's a
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So
100%.
probably will never go away, but um, it's good to chat, and I think everybody's going to see how sincere you are about the regret of what you did. You know,
Yes,
I
100%.
don't think I've spoken to you before this, and you don't regret getting caught. You regret what you did.
Yes, 100%,
Yeah,
sir.
100%.
100%.
Um, I believe that you got a message for Andrew Fortune, because we're going to end this quick podcast with, apparently you've been doing some work for him.
Andrew Fortune
Yes,
will have his
apparently.
first winner in Durban on Friday.
Okay. And so we're closing off this podcast with a tip from Sean.
I didn't say which one. I just said he will have his first winner in Durban.
He'll have his first winner. Sean, listen, keep your head down. It's
Thank,
good to see you
thank you.
smiling, man. I'm not glad this happened, but look, the system needs to work, right? The system has to
100%, sir.
work. So the police need to do their job. They have to do it.
And
And, you know, maybe the person that this happened to had to be you because you got the right attitude. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that.
yeah,
I'm glad that the yellow and purple have kept the door open. I'm glad you've
100%.
done this.
Me too.
How's the weather in KZN today?
It looks a bit dodgy here, as you can see, but so far no rain yet.
Oh, okay, good. All right, listen, my mate, all the best. Keep your head down.
Thank you, sir.
And I look forward to the re-announcement. The re-announcement. Fingers crossed of your
Thank you.
re-retainer.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, my
Thank you
mate.
so much.